everybody, this is Gary again from Spartan Cycle, Clinton Township, Michigan on Gratiot Avenue, just south of Hall Road. Today I've got two Chieftains. This used to be called Chieftain Base. This is now just called Chieftain. Basically they are the base model Chieftains 2018 and a 2019 model. I'll start with just the fairing and what they did. And it's pretty obvious they got rid of the bolt-on piece of chrome here in the middle for a smoother, youthful appearance, right? It's got a scoop built into it, single headlight, and your turn signals are now here. The other thing you'll notice they added was the Indian headdress on the fender. Although it is scaled down from last year's to fit this fender a little bit better. The wheels are the same. We have upgraded this one to the contrast cut wheel. It would, from the factory, come with a black wheel identical to the one on the other bike here. Another piece I added to this bike was the engine guard, air cleaner, and high flow exhaust. We've also put some pullback bars on it. So a little bit of differences from what a stock one would look like, but not a whole lot. The motors are still both blacked out on these. The big difference you're going to see here is the styling on the seat. Notice immediately here on the 2018 how much wider this seat is, especially here in this area near the back. The new seat is much narrower. So this seat comes back kind of cowboy style with studs, and it's really wide in the back section of it here. You can see how much cleaner it follows the line right here. And it really makes an appearance difference. Follows the fender, where that one pudges out a little bit more old school. This one definitely is narrower here where you get your feet down. So this bike is going to be a little bit lower than the 2018. They do have a 1-inch lower shock, and I think they're actually getting a little bit here too, because this seat is narrower. I haven't verified it yet, but I think it is a little bit lower. The other thing you have is a much sportier appearance with this seat coming flat over the back. And then the saddlebags lose their bump here, so they lose that old school looking hump and then swoop that they did at the back. The other big change is the saddlebag styling. It's definitely more flat, doesn't have that bubble top that they used to. The latch is slightly different. Looks like they've also put the seal up in the lid as opposed to down here, not a big difference. The opening is definitely bigger, although I haven't confirmed that the bag is actually bigger, although it does appear to be a little bit bigger. Still a very nice shutting bag. Click it down and it really feels very nice. So here we have the 18, two-piece hinge, latch on top, and then your bag opening. You'll notice that this has this piece here where I think that's where it may give me the appearance that it's a little bit bigger. Again, I haven't verified that yet, but my seal is down here and the top, and these still shut like Rolls Royces. As you come along to the back section here, you'll notice no more tail light. I've got brake lights, running lights, and turn signals all built into this one piece. But the inner is no longer painted. This has gone to black, although they did decide to throw in the rear passenger pegs because it does have a 2-up seat now. So you gain the pegs, you lose the inner that's painted. The other thing you'll notice, and it gives the tank a bit of a different appearance. This has the old style decal with the Indian head, the traditional Indian head. It's a very nicely done emblem. This looks like it's stamped aluminum and it's actually ridged here. You can feel that in there. That's really nice. And at a distance, to me, it makes the tank look a little bit lower too. It gives the tank a different look that also blends in really nicely here and matches the styling of the hinge. Okay, so I'm gonna go through some new ride modes that all the 111 series bikes have. And to get to them on this bike, what I'm gonna do is drop down the menu. And I can see that I've got 3 different ride modes. I've got a touring, a standard, and a sport. And the sport is gonna be the most responsive, and it's all in throttle response that we're changing here. Touring is gonna be the softest, and in the middle you have standard, which is identical to last year's bike. So you get the ability to change your throttle response. The other thing that we can do now is I go into the settings and I can see rear cylinder deactivate. I can either turn that on or off, and what it does is it drops that back cylinder at idle only. So when the oil reaches a certain temp, this back cylinder will deactivate at a stop. When I move into the throttle, it automatically comes back up seamlessly and you take off. So it's going to keep this rear cylinder cooler when you're in heavy traffic or at stops. And again, that feature can be turned on or off. Remember, both bikes are always going to be available. You've got the Chieftain line, Limited and Dark Horse with the single headlight and sleek fairing, and the Classic will always be available in the Chieftain Classic series. Those will also have the big fender, two-tone paint jobs, and all that available. Those are coming too, so I've got a couple of those coming for 19. Can't wait to see what those look like. So whether you're interested in getting some deals on my remaining 18s or the new styling of the 19s, in either case, come see myself or my salesman Brian. And as always, remember, ride safe.